Every morning, your joints try to tell you something, but most people overlook it. That tight feeling when you get out of bed, the stiffness in your hips after sitting too long, or the cracking in your knees when you stand up. These aren't random signs of getting older. They are early indicators that your fascia, the soft connective network supporting your entire body, is drying out, tightening, and losing its natural flexibility. Harvard Medical School notes that this decline in joint fluidity is one of the earliest and strongest markers of biological aging. But what if there were a simple 5-minute practice, used for centuries by monks, martial artists, and traditional physicians across the East, that can ease stiffness, reduce inflammation, and help the body feel more youthful? Modern fascia research now helps explain why it works. This practice is called joint coating. It's a series of slow, intentional movements that send restorative signals deep into the joints, helping rehydrate the fascia and reset the body's natural anti-inflammatory response. If you deal with stiffness, joint discomfort, tight hips, clicking knees, or simply want to move with the ease you had years ago, this 5-minute ritual can help activate your body's built-in repair system. And today, you'll learn exactly how to do it. But first, it's important to understand why your joints tend to age faster than the rest of your body. Scientists at the University of Tübingen recently discovered that after age 25, fascia, the connective tissue that surrounds your muscles and joints, begins losing hydration at a rate of about 1% each year. By age 45, your fascia can be up to 25% drier than it was when you were younger. And dry fascia behaves much like dry leather. It tightens, cracks, and pulls inward. This leads to collapsing posture, a compressed spine, and a reduced range of motion. Here's the surprising part. Researchers also found that most joint pain, stiffness, and mobility issues are not caused directly by the joints. Instead, stagnant fascia compresses nerves, slows circulation, and stops inflammation from clearing properly. This explains why stretching alone doesn't fix stiffness. Strength training doesn't fix it. Even yoga doesn't fully resolve it. Because unless the fascia network itself is activated, nothing truly improves. And this is precisely what the ancient joint coating ritual was created to address. In 2022, a group of fascia researchers made a finding that reshapes how we understand aging. They discovered that when you perform micro-movements, slow, circular, intention-based motions around the joints, your fascia functions like a living sponge. With each controlled motion, it draws hydration into the tissue, boosts synovial joint fluid, and triggers fibroblasts, the fascia's repair cells, to start rebuilding collagen. Simply put, micromovements signal your joints to begin restoring themselves. This is why people in Okinawa, one of the longest living populations in the world, maintain smooth, youthful mobility even into their 90s. They practice gentle joint coating routines every morning. Tai Chi practitioners follow the same principle. Monks in the Himalayas who train in longevity arts do as well. Today, modern biomechanics confirms that these practices do more than ease stiffness. They help reverse key biological aging markers linked to mobility, inflammation, and fascia health. Research from Stanford University found that just 5 minutes of daily fascia activation can increase joint fluidity by 30% within 2 weeks. Another study recorded a 25% reduction in inflammatory markers after only 12 days of controlled micromovement training. Ancient traditions didn't have scientific terminology, but they understood the core idea. Gentle, intentional motion supports lasting vitality. Stillness speeds up physical decline. Now, let me take you to the mountains of Sichuan, where this practice first began. Over 1,200 years ago, Taoist physicians observed an unusual pattern. The monks who lived the longest were not the ones who meditated the most, nor the ones with the strictest diets, nor even those who trained heavily in martial arts. The monks with the greatest longevity were the ones who performed a small, simple ritual every morning, before speaking, before eating, before beginning any task. They called this ritual the 5 gates. 5 circular movements, 5 minutes, and 5 joints that influence the body's entire flow of energy: the ankles, the knees, the hips, the spine, and the shoulders. When these gates stay open, energy moves smoothly, inflammation clears, and movement becomes easier. When they close, the aging process accelerates. The monks believed each joint held a specific pattern of micro-movement that, when practiced daily, signaled the body to start repairing itself. Western travelers in the early 1900s described seeing monks in this region move with the ease and flexibility of teenagers, even into their 80s and 90s, showing no stiffness, no decline, and no noticeable joint deterioration. Today, fascia researchers refer to this process as the hydration repair cycle. The monks simply called it washing the joints with breath. And now, you're about to learn the exact 5-minute sequence they performed every morning. Stillness speeds up physical decline. Now, let me bring you to the mountains of Sichuan, where this practice first began. Over 1,200 years ago, Taoist physicians noticed an unusual pattern. The monks who lived the longest were not the ones who meditated the most, nor those with the strictest diets, nor even the ones deeply trained in martial arts. The monks with the greatest longevity were the ones who performed a simple, unique ritual each morning, before speaking, before eating, and before beginning their day. They called it the 5 gates. 5 circular motions, 5 minutes, and 5 joints that influence the body's entire energy flow: the ankles, the knees, the hips, the spine, and the shoulders. When these gates stay open, energy moves smoothly, inflammation clears, and movement feels natural. When they close, aging progresses more quickly. The monks believed each joint carried a specific micro-movement pattern that, when practiced daily, signaled the body to start repairing itself. Western travelers in the early 1900s reported seeing monks in this region move with the ease of teenagers, even in their 80s and 90s, showing no stiffness, no decline, and no noticeable joint deterioration. Today, fascia researchers refer to this process as the hydration repair cycle. The monks simply called it washing the joints with breath. And now, you're about to learn the same 5-minute sequence they practiced every morning. This is the joint coating ritual. You can perform it anywhere. No equipment, no noise, and no stretching required. Just slow circular micro-movements that activate the body's natural repair system. Each movement lasts about 1 minute. Ankle spirals, the gate of flow. Lift one foot slightly and draw slow circles with your ankle. Make 20 circles clockwise and 20 counterclockwise, then switch sides. This engages the pump that helps move inflammation out of the legs and rehydrates fascia from the ground up. Knee circles, the gate of stability. Stand with your feet together and place your hands gently on your knees. Create small circles clockwise, then in the opposite direction. This helps restore synovial fluid and eases compression in the joint capsule. Hip circles, the gate of youth. Place your hands on your hips. Lift the pelvis slightly and draw slow, smooth circles as if polishing the inside of the hip socket. This motion is well known for reducing lower back tightness and easing pelvic tension. The #1 contributor to early aging is posture. Spinal wave, the gate of vitality. Picture your spine moving like flowing water. Roll it forward, then backward, in a gentle wave-like motion. This helps decompress the vertebrae, improves cerebrospinal fluid flow, and supports smoother nerve gliding. Shoulder spirals, the gate of energy. Lift your arms softly and draw small circles with your shoulders, slow, steady, and controlled. This activates lymphatic drainage and resets the upper body fascia network that often contributes to neck and shoulder tightness. 5 minutes, 5 gates, and 1 complete reset of your fascia hydration cycle. But here's where the real change occurs. When you practice this daily, your body adjusts quickly. What happens after 30 days? Day 1, you feel lighter. Your joints seem lubricated, as if something inside them has switched back on. End of week 1, morning stiffness reduces significantly. You wake without that heavy, compressed feeling in your hips and lower back. Week 2, inflammation begins to clear. Movements feel smoother, and your posture starts improving naturally. By day 30, your range of motion feels younger. Your gait becomes lighter, your hips feel open, your spine moves freely, and the clicking in your knees fades. Your joints begin to feel awake again. Many people say they feel 10 to 20 years younger simply by reconnecting with the joint fascia network that modern life often overlooks. This ritual is effective because it brings back what the body has lost: hydration, flexibility, circulation, and natural energy flow. It isn't magic, it's basic biology. The monks simply discovered it long before modern research explained it. I want you to commit to 5 minutes a day, Just 5 for the next 30 days. Comment Day 1 below to join the joint coating challenge. Making a public commitment increases follow-through by more than 60%. Thousands have already improved their mobility, posture, and overall energy using these ancient movements now supported by modern science. Your body isn't stiff because you're getting older. It's stiff because it's dehydrated, compressed, and waiting for you to activate the system built to restore it. Start today. 5 minutes, 5 gates, and your joints will remember what youth feels like. I'll see you tomorrow when I share the ancient standing breath that enhances this ritual and unlocks even deeper regeneration. Your youth isn't gone. It's simply waiting to be reawakened. Begin your joint coating ritual tonight.